Jerome Powell and the Fed, are they done cutting rates for the year? Oh, that would be bad for crypto. XRP ETF. It's more than just hype. It's actual big money. Along with Tether. Yeah, you've heard the FUD, but is it real?
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
Hola, mi amigos and amigas. Que pasa? Yeah, I'm going to be working on my Spanish because I'm going to be traveling internationally for a while. But before we get into the crypto news, we get into your comments. Hot, spicy, naughty, probably got a good chance of making it in the next video. R. Schmidt says stack XRP in the 40s. That's right. We were talking about what price do you like to stack XRP in. I think majority of viewers here are honestly in that 47-cent range or lower. Spark Water says, thanks for the info, Klaus. Stay safe. Doing my best out here because things are still not back to normal. You go to any of the frozen or like refrigerated sections of stores, empty, empty, empty. Alden Taylor 343063, and by the way, I don't live in an echo chamber, do you? Says, I agree with you a lot, but not this time. It's not about the attention and volume for me. I'm a long-term investor, so I could care less about the short term. It's about the functionality of the blockchain use case. Cardano has plenty of that and a great roadmap for the future. He that consistently chases pumps will lose the bag. But he that never pumps won't have a freaking bag at all. But I get it. I get it. You just got to think. Utility, all this stuff put aside. Does anyone know what the biggest growing chain was so far in 2024? Anyone? It's Solana, and it was led by meme coins. Is meme utility, or is meme just people wanting to chase money? Because think about it. People are into crypto because they want to hit the bigs. Risk versus reward. So I get what you're saying, and I appreciate the non-echo chamber sentiment in this channel. But he that consistently chases pumps will lose the bag. But he that never pumps doesn't have a bag. Bitcoin's sitting at 60,229. Keep those comments coming. ETH is 2446, while BNB is at 572. BNB has been freakishly resilient during this. Have you noticed that? Since CZ has been pushed out of the landscape, you could tell that BNB is really doing a lot more. Getting close to that 600 mark again. Sol 146, XRP 5036, SWE still holding strong there above $2. XLM, we were talking about volume, we were talking about utility, we talked about XLM not having much of that volume. And again, why are you into this market? Are you into it to slay some crypto tail? Or are you looking to make some money? XLM sitting at 9.1 cents. All right. The Fed is done cutting rates this year as the phantom recession is finally dead. Ooh, that is not good. Because remember, as rates come down, crypto goes up. The Federal Reserve issued its first rate cut in 4 years just last month, but it might already be done for the rest of 2024, according to market veteran Ed Yardeni. The Yardeni research president said he believed that the central bank was about to shift to a none and done rate cutting policy, proclaiming that the widely feared phantom recession is over. That's because the stellar September jobs report nixed any lingering fears of a recession. Basically what happened was this. We had a jobs report come out for September, and it was good, meaning like a lot of good jobs, like good jobs. Like, hey, this is good. Jobs are good for the economy. And the Fed is sitting here going, all right, we don't want rates to be too high because that might crush the economy. And now they're sitting here going, well, wait a minute. Are rates even too high? Because we just saw a really juicy jobs report. The economy added way more jobs than expected last month, with about 250,000 payroll jobs added in September. Now, let's look at those stats, and then we're going to get into crypto-specific news. But I bring this up because it's all about the flow of money. As money becomes less risky, what can you do, everyone? You could dip your little toesies in that risky pool called crypto. All right. Definitely had a pivot in the data, and as always, any article you see in this video will be linked to everyone in the description below, so buckle up, kiddos. November 7th is the next meeting for the Fed, and remember, it's not just the United States. This Fed decision affects like tons of countries out there. There are tons of countries that as soon as the US Fed does this, they do the exact same thing. It's pretty interesting to watch. All right, here's the shift in data, okay? A week ago, we had a 34% chance that we were going to get another 50. Oh, okay. Or I'm sorry, another cut at 50, all right? With a 100% chance of basically saying, low, you're at least going to get a 25 basis point cut. Now the data has shifted since that payroll report, all right? And you're looking at this going, whoa, Now we have an 84% chance that we're cutting at a quarter, 0% chance that we're cutting at 50, and a 15% chance that we're gonna pause. So Trick, where are you at, my guy? Because the hawkish sentiment regarding the Fed is back. That's why Trick is the name of the hawk, because he's been calling his shots. The one cut we got this year, let's hope that wasn't a favor reach around handy. Now, if you watch channels out there that tell you that Tether is going to go bankrupt, you might want to consider those channels being liar, pantalones on fire. Again, practicing my Spanish so that when I go to a Spanish-speaking country for a long time, I'm prepared. Yeah, I'm going to have some fun. Tether user base hits 350 million in 2024 following a 24% surge. So their user base is growing by 24%. They made over $5 billion in profit for the first 6 months of this year. Yeah, it doesn't sound like Tether's going bankrupt. The news comes amid the company's 10-year anniversary celebration where their user base hit 350 million. That is 10 years. That is a lot of user base action. According to the blog post from issuer Tether, saw a user count increase of 24% last 12 months, indicating that approximately 282 million users in October 2023. Prior to that, it only boasted half of that with 141 million users. Market cap, Tether is huge. Profit they make is huge. You want to read about it in the blog post? The font's huge. Check it out. Now, Brad Garlinghouse got on the mic and he's talking about XRP ETFs. There's a lot of money out there that lock ETF juice. And hold on a second, my dogs are going to freak out. And that money is part of why Bitcoin pumped so hard in the first quarter of this year. The ETFs. And now you got that XRP trust launched by Grayscale, which paves the road for the ETF. There's big money. And the reason why I'm bringing this up for XRP is because the volume is there for XRP. So when the volume is there, people are going to want more products related to it. So there's going to be a big need, a big want for an XRP ETF. So going back to your comments, hey, it's not all about attention and volume for me. Well, if it's not about attention and volume, how do you get more investment money in? If you're not garnering the attention from people out there with money, how do you pump? How do devs grow if there's no attention? How do devs get paid if there's no attention, if there's no volume, if there's no juice, there's no activities? It is about the volume. Garlinghouse shared his sentiments on X following an announcement from the leading cryptocurrency exchange revealing that it had begun to prepare the application for the Bitwise XRP ETP. According to a press release published on October 2nd, Bitwise Asset Management disclosed it filed an initial registration statement for the S1 Bitwise XRP exchange traded product. Now, Brad said first BTC, then ETH. It was only a matter of time. This move underscores the growing trust in integration of digital assets like XRP into traditional finance, marking the continued adoption and maturation of the crypto market. I sense this is just the beginning. Now, did the ETF do anything for ETH? No, that honestly was a big nothing burger. And I bring you the news where this good Brad, happy percent. I'm not here to pump you up, right? I'm not here to blow smoke up your old butthole, okay? I'm trying to tell you what's happening. Did BTC pump with the ETF news? Oh, heck yeah, it did. Did ETH benefit? No. Would XRP benefit? Well, we saw the price of XRP pump directly on the announcement of the trust launch. So, and that's this move right here. That's this move right there, okay? So now if we get that kind of pump on just the trust, imagine what happens we start going to an ETF where even more players want to get in. More traditional finance wants to get in. And remember, there is traditional finance out there. There really is. There's traditional finance out there that wants to get into XRP, but you know they don't want to because of the case with the SEC. Well, how do you gain XRP exposure then without getting involved with the SEC? Go into the trust, into the ETF products, because those are approved by the SEC. So then you don't have to worry about getting bentity overied by the unregistered security deed. I made that rhyme just so it sounded cool. So the ETF, the electronically traded products, all right, just as a whole, are very big for XRP. The volume of XRP means that companies are going to want to keep listing these products. Do you remember when the BTC ETF launched, how many there were? There was like, what, 11 or 12, like right in the first couple weeks that launched? That's a lot of money. There was billions and billions and billions flowing into the market. Tons of money being made by a bunch of different companies. Same thing's going to happen with XRP. You think they're just going to have one person just kind of have its fun? No. You ever notice how like these exchanges now are starting to post messages about XRP too? Because it's about the volume. They're making money on the transaction, on the juice. More we pump it up, you could get ecosystems to start rolling. You could get funding going on. Because remember, all of this building takes funding. And right now, funding is expensive. That's why I brought up the Fed rates and how the data pivoted with the jobs report. That's why this market is so based heavily on macros with some legal SEC drama mixed in and a little bit of pump and dump here and there. It's a wine 'em, dine 'em, 69 'em type of market. But for XRP, as long as volume stays high and it's attracting money, people are going to want to launch XRP related products. And as long as that happens, that ecosystem stays strong because there's money constantly flowing in. And that is key. Because if you don't have money flowing in, what do you have? Well, you don't have jack shit because devs sure as hell ain't going to keep working for free. And that's been the biggest problem in crypto too, or at least one of the biggest problems, is a lot of these devs aren't getting paid. A lot of these shillers out there aren't getting paid to do any of that crap. They're doing it on their own dime. And how long is that going to last? And don't give me the best incentive is no incentive, because that's horse shit. The best incentive is what, everyone? Paper company. You got to get paid, bitches. You got to get paid to get laid. Now, you technically don't have to get paid to get laid, but it sure as hell helps if you roll up in a Carrera 4S, fully loaded, ground effects kit and everything like that, drop topping it out. That'll help you. That also helps devs too, because seriously, there are a lot of devs out there that aren't getting paid and they're still putting time in. Would you put time into a project that you're not getting paid for? Probably not. Would you work OT at your job if you weren't getting paid for it? Well, if it's a family business, I get it, but you think these crypto devs are into family business? I don't think so, girlfriend. So it is about staying relevant. And it is about ecosystem. Because if you're relevant but don't have shit of an ecosystem and you have no products coming out the pipeline, well, then your relevancy is only going to last so long and then you're going to flop too. But how do you get that ecosystem to really start doing things? You have to inject cash into that ecosystem. You have to generate excitement. And if there is none, what do you think the market's going to do? What do you think crypto people are going to do? And whoa, is my camera blurry? Sorry about that. They're going to put their money where the interest is. That's why you have to also pay attention to volume, open interest, social interest on these crypto projects, because you could have all of the amazing tech in the world that you want, but if no one's interested in it, then it's just not even there, right? And think about meme. What use case, what functionality does meme have other than trying to make people money? And you see meme pumps hard. The last run had a lot of meme pumping it. Some whiff action, some pay action. Yeah. So utility, don't be confused. Utility also can mean making people lots of money too. But at the end, there's got to be something driving that utility. Otherwise, it is a speculative bubble. But if that speculative bubble makes you a ton of money and you show up in a Carrera 4S and making ladies feel hot and pretty, then my guy, you're winning. And winning is getting paid. That's why we're all into crypto. If you're in it for devs, if you're in it for saving the world, then I'm sorry, you picked a greedy marketplace to try to save the world in. Carrera 4S, ground effects, triple black too. Black, black, and black. Yep. Three-piece rims. Girlfriend. Choo-choo, bitches.